So this is going to be IXL Z5 or A8, I'm sorry, 8AS. So I'm going to do a couple of examples in here. All right. So the first one, find the perimeter and simplify your answer. So the first thing we have to know is what in the world is a perimeter? So perimeter is when you add all the sides. Okay. So adding all the sides here. So let's go ahead and add. So we have 2, that's that side, plus V, that's that side, plus 2 plus V. So I made sure I had all of the sides in there. Okay. So now it says simplify your answer. So in order to simplify, we have to combine like terms. So we have to figure out what like terms are in the first place. All right. So I'm going to put the number 2 in a blue circle. So the number 2 is just a number. It has no variable attached to it. It's just a constant by itself. So I go from left to right to see if there's any more constants that I can also put in a blue circle. So I have 2, go down the line. That's not a number. Oh, this one is. All right, so this is another constant, and that's the last one. So I know I'm going to be combining those at some point. So now let's do another color. So V, I'm going to put that in a square. V is a variable. It doesn't stand for variable, but it's just the variable it chose. So we have V. So now we have to go and see if there's any other V's it can combine with, and there is. There's one more. So I know that I am going to be combining those two at some point. All right, so let's go back. So let's do that. So the first thing we have to do is let's combine the 2's. Combine means to add. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now let's do these. So this goes back to those integer rules and how to work with variables. Well, if you have V plus V, you keep the variable, but you just add up the cute little numbers in front of it, which in this case is 1. So we have 1 plus 1 is 2. Now 4 plus 2V can't be simplified any farther because they're not like terms. So this would be your final answer. Let's do another example. This one's a little bit more complicated. So find the perimeter. Okay, that means we're adding. So that always tells me we're adding because of area is when you multiply. So find the perimeter. So we have 9a minus 8. So 9a minus 8 plus 4a plus 8 plus 5a plus 10. The reason why I put check marks next to the lines is to just remind me that I'm adding up all of them. All right, so now we're going to do some like terms. Okay, so I have 9a. So this is a number, and the variable right behind it is just the letter A. So let's go down the line to see if there's any other numbers with just the letter A behind them. And there's a 4a and a 5a. So those 3 are like terms, and we're going to combine them in a second. So now let's do the numbers. So -8, don't forget that negative sign that's with him. So we have -8, he's just a number. So let's find other numbers. So we have 8 and 10. So we're going to go ahead and combine. All right, so let's do my circles. We have 9a plus 4a plus 5a, which is 18a. Again, the variable doesn't change because we're just adding. You just need to add up the front numbers. So then we have all of our boxes. We'll add those together. We have -8 plus 8, which is 0. And then 0 plus 10 is 10. So 18a plus 10 is the perimeter. It can't get any more simple than that. So for this one, for this video, you guys get a special treat. I'm actually going to do some of your USA test preps in here because they are a little bit more difficult. So when we have to add polynomials, I want you to try to pretend like these parentheses are not here. Okay? I just want you to pretend they're not there. They don't exist. Because when you're adding it, it's not like we have to distribute anything. There's just terms inside. Okay, so now we're going to do our shapes, right? So I have 3x squared. So now I have to go down the line and see if there's anything else that has an x squared. Nothing else. This has a 2x. That's not x squared. This is x cubed. That's not x squared. Ooh, but this one is 10x squared. That's an x squared. So he could combine 6x, nope, and 9. Not going to work. Okay, so now again, I find all of my like terms first, and then I go through and combine them. So now let's do the next one, 2x. So again, I have to go down the list and see if there's anything with just an x. Well, this one won't work. That's an x cubed, but this one will. That 6x you can combine. All right, so I know I'm going to do a square at some point, and I forgot to put my little pink circle. All right, I'm going to pick another color. Let's do yellow. So now I'm going to put my 7x cubed in here. So now I'm going to go down the line. Well, this 9 doesn't have a cubed, so he can't combine with it. So that's going to stay. And then the last color, I don't know what, we'll do green. And we'll put this one in a cloud. So then we have the number 9. He has no one to combine with either. All right, so now what we have to do is take these shapes and combine them. So we have 3x squared and 10x squared. Now the x squared is not going to change, so we just have to add the front numbers. 3 plus 10 is 13. Let's do the blues. 2 plus 6 is 8. There's only one triangle, so he just stays the way he is. And there's only one constant, so we're just going to stay. Now, we simplified as far as we can go, right? They're all different shapes. But when you find your answer, your A, B, C, D, it's not going to be in this order. The reason why is because technically, the number with the highest degree, which happens to be this 7x to the third, goes in the front. So you might find this. So it's the same thing, the same exact numbers, they're just in a different order. It's just the 7x to the third. All right, we're gonna do the last one. Go back to my colors. I just like colors, they help my brain. All right, we have 3x to the third, and the other one is 3x to the third. There's no more x to the thirds that can combine. We have 2x squared and a 2x squared. That'll work. And then we're really nice where we have this 10. Now, that other one is not going to combine. It's not a number 10. It's a 10x. So we want to make sure that it only has to be a number. And so this 10x gets the cloud. He's the only one. I forgot to do this again. So let's go ahead and combine our stuff. Circle. Green was triangle. And then the pink was the square. Okay. So let's combine our circles. 3x to the third plus 3x to the third is 6x to the third. 2x squared plus 2x squared is 4x squared. There's only one triangle, and there's only one cloud. Now, again, this is not going to be in this order. The 6x to the third is first. It's the highest degree. The second highest degree is 4x to the second. But actually, the cloud has a higher degree than the triangle because they want variables in front. So it's probably going to be in that order.